You've heard of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and maybe even Dogecoin. But do you actually know what's happening behind the scenes? What is blockchain? And why is it the foundation of all crypto? In this video, I'll break down how blockchain technology works, how it powers cryptocurrency, and why this tech could change more than just money.
All right, let's start with the question at the core of everything. What is blockchain? You've probably heard the term thrown around in conversations about Bitcoin, crypto, NFTs, but what does it actually mean? Well, here's the simplest definition. A blockchain is a digital ledger, a fancy word for a record book that keeps track of transactions. But instead of sitting on one computer or being controlled by one company, it's decentralized. That means it's not stored in a bank, it's not owned by a government. It lives on thousands of computers around the world, and everyone has a copy. Imagine a Google Doc. When you create a Google Doc and share it with friends, everyone can see the same version. If someone makes a change, it's recorded. The history is there. Nothing is hidden. Now imagine that no one person controls that doc, and no one can secretly delete something once it's written. That's how blockchain works. So what makes blockchain so powerful? It has 4 key features, and this is what makes it different from anything we've seen before. Decentralized. There's no single authority in control. Power is spread across the network. No middlemen, no gatekeepers. Immutable. Once a transaction is recorded, it's locked in. You can't go back and change it. There's no "oops, let me edit that" in blockchain. Transparent. Everyone on the network can see the transactions. It's like a giant open book, which makes fraud much harder. Secure. Everything is protected using cryptography, which is basically complex math and computer code that locks every block like a digital vault. Now let's break down the name, blockchain. A block is a chunk of data. Think of it like a digital page in a record book. It can contain dozens, hundreds, even thousands of transactions. Once that block is full, it's sealed, and then it's linked to the previous block. Over time, block after block after block gets connected, forming a chain, hence the name blockchain. And because each block is mathematically tied to the one before it, if you tried to tamper with one block, you'd break the whole chain, and everyone on the network would notice. So, in simple terms, blockchain is a digital system that records the truth and makes sure no one can lie about it. It's transparent, secure, and unstoppable. And that's why it's the foundation of everything from Bitcoin to smart contracts to future tech we haven't even imagined yet.
Now that you know what blockchain is, let's get into the real question. How does it actually work? Like, what's really happening when someone sends Bitcoin or a transaction is added to the blockchain? Don't worry, I'm going to break this down step by step, no tech degree required. Let's say Alice wants to send 1 Bitcoin to Bob. Step 1, the transaction begins. Alice creates a transaction on her crypto wallet, send 1 BTC to Bob. She hits send. That request now goes to the network. Step 2, the network broadcasts the request. The transaction doesn't go to a bank or a server. It's sent to a peer-to-peer network of thousands of computers, called nodes. Each of these nodes has a copy of the entire blockchain and will help validate the transaction. Step 3, transaction gets verified. Now comes the cool part. These nodes check the transaction. Does Alice actually have 1 BTC to send? Has she already spent it elsewhere? Is everything cryptographically correct? If everything checks out, it's considered valid. Step 4, transaction is added to a block. Now the transaction joins a group of other verified transactions, forming a new block. But before that block becomes part of the chain, the network needs to agree on it. That's where consensus comes in. More on that in the next section. But for now, once the network agrees, yes, this block is legit, it's sealed and added to the chain. Step 5, the chain grows. That new block is linked to the one before it, and the one before that, creating a permanent record of the transaction. Now Bob officially owns 1 BTC. The blockchain has been updated, and everyone in the world who runs a node knows that this transaction happened. No central bank, no paperwork, no waiting 3 business days, just math, consensus, and code. But what keeps it secure? Every block contains something called a cryptographic hash, a kind of digital fingerprint. It also includes the hash of the block before it, which is how they all stay connected. If someone tries to change just one block, it breaks the entire chain, and the network rejects it instantly. So once a block is added, it's locked in forever, immutable. That's how blockchain works behind the scenes, and now you see why it's such a game changer. So now that you understand how blockchain works, you're probably wondering, where does cryptocurrency come into this? What does Bitcoin actually do? Why do people invest in coins, tokens, or these digital assets? Let's connect the dots. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana are digital currencies that live on a blockchain. They use the tech we just talked about, decentralized, secure, and transparent, to enable peer-to-peer transactions without needing a bank. Think of it like this. When Alice sends Bitcoin to Bob,
The blockchain verifies it, records it, and locks it in forever. No bank, no PayPal, no credit card company in the middle taking fees or freezing your money. It's money, without the middleman. Launched in 2009 by an anonymous figure named Satoshi Nakamoto, Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency, and it solved a huge problem: digital trust. Before Bitcoin, digital money could be copied, like sending the same photo to two people. Bitcoin solved this with blockchain, making sure every coin is unique, unrepeatable, and can't be double spent. Max supply, 21 million. Every transaction is public, but identities are encrypted, secured by a process called proof of work. We'll get to that next. Bitcoin's goal? Becoming a decentralized, borderless, inflation-proof store of value, like digital gold. Ethereum, the next evolution. Then came Ethereum, launched in 2015, and it changed the game. Ethereum took blockchain beyond money. It introduced smart contracts, little pieces of code that run on the blockchain and automatically execute when conditions are met. This opened the door for decentralized finance, DeFi, NFTs, DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations, and basically, an entire blockchain-based internet. Ethereum isn't just a currency. It's like a programmable global computer running on blockchain. Why do people invest in crypto? Here's why millions of people are drawn to cryptocurrency. Freedom. No government control, no centralized authority. Scarcity. Coins like Bitcoin have a fixed supply. Speed and cost. Instant transactions, often with low fees. Access. Anyone with internet can participate. No bank account needed. Innovation. The tech behind crypto is evolving fast, and investors want in early. But let's be real. Some are also in it to get rich quick, which can lead to wild price swings. And that's where bubbles come in, which we've covered before. So in short, cryptocurrencies are digital assets built on blockchain technology. Bitcoin equals digital gold. Ethereum equals digital infrastructure. And blockchain equals the operating system they run on.
If this is making blockchain finally make sense, tap that like button. It really helps with the channel. Let's keep going. All right, here's a big question most people never think about. If there's no central authority, how do blockchains know what's true? Like, how do they agree that Alice really sent 1 Bitcoin to Bob? This is where consensus mechanisms come in. In a decentralized system, there's no boss, no banker, no referee. So the network needs a way for everyone to agree on the state of the blockchain in real time and make sure it's secure, fair, and accurate. Let's break down the two most common types. Proof of work is like a digital race. A bunch of powerful computers, called miners, compete to solve a complex math puzzle. The first one to solve it gets to add the next block to the chain and earns a reward, usually paid in the cryptocurrency itself. This process takes energy, effort, and computing power, which is what makes it secure. If someone tried to hack the network, they'd have to outcompete 51% of all miners worldwide, almost impossible. But there's a downside. POW is energy intensive. Bitcoin's network alone uses more energy than some countries, which is why newer blockchains are shifting to alternatives. Proof of stake works differently. No mining, no puzzle solving. Instead, validators are chosen to create new blocks based on how much crypto they stake, lock up, as collateral. Think of it like, you want to help run the network? Cool, put some skin in the game. The more coins you stake, the more likely you are to be chosen. If you try to cheat, you lose your stake. It's way more energy efficient than proof of work, and is quickly becoming the standard for modern blockchains. So, why does this matter? Because without consensus, blockchains wouldn't work. You need a way to trust the system, without trusting any one person. You need a way to secure the network, without locking it behind walls. And you need a way to keep things fair, decentralized, and tamper-proof. Whether it's through miners, POW, or validators, POS, these mechanisms are what keep blockchain ticking, 24/7, worldwide. By now, you're probably thinking, okay, I get the tech, but why is everyone calling blockchain the future of everything? Let's talk about that. Because blockchain isn't just powering Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's not just about money or crypto trading. It's about building a new kind of internet, one that's decentralized, transparent, and trustless. Yeah, let's unpack that. Traditionally, we rely on middlemen for everything. Banks to store and move our money, lawyers to verify contracts, governments or corporations to keep records, platforms like YouTube or Facebook to host content. Blockchain flips that upside down. It creates a world where you don't need a third party to verify, store, or approve anything. The network itself does the job, and it does it with math and code, not bias or bureaucracy. Trustless doesn't mean you can't trust it. It means you don't have to. Everything on a blockchain is verifiable and auditable. You don't need to trust someone's word. You can see the truth for yourself, on-chain, in real time. This opens up incredible use cases, and we're just getting started. Real-world applications, beyond crypto. Send money globally in seconds, without banks or crazy fees. Track products from factory to shelf with 100% transparency. No more fake goods or lost items. Secure patient records that can't be tampered with and are instantly accessible when needed. Public, tamper-proof election systems. No more doubt, no more drama. You control your identity. No more handing over your personal info to sketchy apps and websites. Automatically enforce deals, loans, services. No lawyers, no paperwork. This is why blockchain matters. It's not just a buzzword. It's a paradigm shift. It's changing how we store value, how we build trust, and how we organize society online. And just like the internet in the 90s, most people don't realize how big this is going to be, yet.
Okay, we've talked about how blockchain is powerful, innovative, even revolutionary. But here's the truth. It's not perfect. Like any emerging technology, blockchain comes with real risks and limitations. And if you're going to use it, invest in it, or build on it, you need to understand the downsides too. Let's break it down. Most blockchains, especially early ones like Bitcoin and Ethereum, aren't fast. Bitcoin can process about 7 transactions per second. Ethereum does a bit more, but it still can't compete with something like Visa or MasterCard, which can handle thousands per second. That's a big challenge. If blockchain is going to support millions of users, it needs serious upgrades. And while progress is being made, like Ethereum 2 or Layer 2 solutions, we're not fully there yet. Proof-of-work blockchains, like Bitcoin, require a ton of energy. We're talking entire countries' worth of electricity to keep the network secure. While proof-of-stake is much more efficient, the energy debate around crypto has triggered backlash, regulation, and environmental concerns. One of blockchain's greatest strengths, immutability, can also be a major flaw. If you send funds to the wrong address, they're gone forever. No customer support, no undo button. The blockchain doesn't care if you made a mistake. That's great for security, but terrible for user error. Governments are still figuring out how to handle blockchain and crypto. Some countries embrace it, others ban it, and that inconsistency creates uncertainty for investors and builders. Tax rules vary, legal frameworks are changing, and depending on where you live, crypto might be treated like property, currency, or even a security. Let's be honest, not all blockchain projects are legit. From rug pulls to meme coins with no value, scammers are everywhere. They use FOMO, celebrity endorsements, and promises of easy money to lure people in, and then vanish. Blockchain is neutral, but what people build on it, that's another story. So yes, blockchain is game-changing, but it's also early stage, and with that comes growing pains. The key is not to get blinded by hype. Instead, stay curious, stay informed, and always question, does this actually solve a real problem? Blockchain isn't just about Bitcoin or NFTs. It's about rewriting how trust works in the digital world. It's a system where nobody owns everything, but everyone can see everything, where truth is written in code and history can't be erased. From digital money to smart contracts to the next generation of the internet, blockchain is still in its early days. But just like the internet in the 90s, the people who learn it early are the ones who will understand where the world is going. If this video helped you finally understand how blockchain and crypto actually work, smash that like button, subscribe for more breakdowns like this, and drop a comment below. What do you think is the most exciting or overrated part of blockchain tech? Let's talk about it. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay smart, stay curious, and don't just ride the trend, understand it.